Oh, cool. My token has expired. What was it? Is that it? No. Oh, cool. I cracked my password. Awesome. Let's see if that worked. I don't think that worked. I think I fucked up the token. Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Twitch mixer and okay, here we go. Twitch is a little late. But it is working, I think. Just make sure. Let me just make sure that that's what's going on here. Okay. Time to make it even softer. Even softer. Fix the face. Even. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, it looks like it works. Okay. All right. Just making sure, because otherwise it could have not worked. Yeah, there we go. I could actually set it to chat only with. Nah, whatever. Cause like I could set it to chat only with Twitch, and then it'll pop up as like on the screen, and then you'll see it. But yeah, it doesn't, whatever. Doesn't even matter. All right. Get a mood board up. Some music up. Well, let's sick now. Getting better. When it's that size, no. I still need to polish all of them. Gonna be polishing edges and trying to figure this out. That's a new layer, right? Yes. What are these weird bumps? Just kind of have them there. I know those aren't supposed to be the hips, because that wouldn't be the place where you would have the hips. Like around here. I scared the shit out of people in the store today, or the other day, actually. Sneezing, very scary. Especially if you're behind them. They just like jump up. Like, oh shit. It's soft with a texture on top. I have to figure out. A way to get that, because it's. That is not. Or it's like. It's like blurred, like as if he has a lot of lines in there that were like feathered or something. I don't know. Come on, Photoshop. Okay. Blur is so small. It becomes kind of like a hard edge. Yeah, I thought about how long this should take me. I think a question popped up in chat. I think the answer is like till the end of time, because I don't know how to do this. Doing something you don't know how to do until you do it, I think. Can't be, can't really put it in a box of, oh, it should take me this amount to do this. It takes whatever time it takes. Especially if I'm consistently failing at it. this way instead. I don't think I ever fixed those latches. Kind of lassoed them. That's that, I guess. Just kind of avoiding the face right now. Don't want to do it. Installing Warframe. Giving in to peer pressure. I'm actually wondering about this a lot. Is the only kind of form of skill play kind of shooters, is that just like the natural kind of end? It's an MMORPG shooter game. Because it seems like there's only a limited amount of interactions that you could have with. With a game that are skill-based, not just random numbers. Gameplay.
Died when I was 8, and she crawled underneath the porch. To die. To be alone.
Yeah, the other interactions are like cooldown management. Something you could build into a shooter. But like what is a competitive game look like? I mean, I guess StarCraft. So, build order? What I want to do is to make this thing smaller. Just too big. Kind of avoided doing this for a while.
How come you don't want me, man?
shit. Some kids are going ape shit on like outside. Oh no.
I'm sorry. It was great seeing you, son.
That way I can introduce a little bit more elements in here that can kind of tell you the story. Because it looks like she just has a gaping hole, and I need something that seals it up.
But I can't have you around here. You make me too sad.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is why I don't want to have kids. Just go crazy all the time. I don't think I have the patience for that. Oh, I thought the crazy kid broke into the house. No, it's you. What the fuck is going on out there, man?
Нет. Ты сегодня на работу идешь?
Yeah, I will.
Do you making a trade?
Oh what?
Trade.
No,
Trade casting.
no.
Ясно, правильно. Нормально. Ясно.
So that's it. You're home.
Let's go.
Hardworking cat. Hardworking cat here. Okay. Kind of like the shape that I have here. So I'll copy it. I hate this position. It's legitimately hard too. I feel like this is why everyone draws expressionless 3/4 view portraits all day every day for just hours, because it's fucking stupid and I hate it. It's like I think the attempt is costing me my sanity. Blasted. Okay, let me try moving this eye one more time. Let's go this time. Even though it didn't work every single time I tried it. It has to be moved. Moving it screws up. Symmetry of the face or something. I don't know. Maybe I can move the nose up a little bit more. there's so many errors. Whenever I move the eye, the other errors like come out, and it's like 6 hours later, I'm back at the face that I keep drawing. Because it's difficult. Alright, back at the face I keep going back to, rather. Probably gonna go back to the old. I get so close tonight.
It only does it about once a week.
It's not good enough.
Why does it come down to the ground to do it? And why does it nearly always choose to do so in exactly the same place? Whatever the reason, it must be very important for a sloth on the ground is almost helpless. Any predator could attack it, and it doesn't have the speed to escape. Why it comes down in this way is a mystery. Leaves are not very nutritious. The sloth's way of compensating for that is not to eat more, but to do less. Its claws hook over the branches so that the sloth can hang without any effort of its muscles, which have been reduced to thin bones. And to save energy, it spends most of its time hanging around half asleep in the tree trunks.
I think I gotta do another couple of these portraits, or at least redo this face another 60 times, and then I think I'll have figured out the parts that I want to figure out, at least from rendering style, but it really is hard for me to just try to draw this thing. What do you call it? Bent over face. I don't know. Something about that doesn't work in my head. Hard set of planes for me. Should be easier. Also, because the lighting is from like just underneath, it also screws up like the usual way that you would render those masses, and that also is like another reversal. But that's a lot of complaining. I want to take out all the anger on someone else. This is kind of relevant. Not. No. Try again. You know what? This one's very close. If I could just. Why is it like nose wounds? Why am I looking at? All I wanted was nose up, and it's like gangrenous nose. How about a nose with a big chunk of it missing? Come on. I know this position exists. Let me try a woman. Lit from bottom. Woman face. Lit from bottom. Oh, this one's kind of close, but her fucking face is all burnt off. That's perfect. About woman, head back. Head back into the side. Too far back. That's close. feel like I could learn from these images and then reconstruct the notes. Even though that it's not a good reference. That's very cool. Well, the first thing is I think I want to move that line, even if I don't find a good reference, I'm gonna have to move that line no matter what. Oh, there you go. Let's go closer. I want it to be that part, but that's much closer. Okay. Fuck it. Hey Stick, what's up? I don't know what he means by this. Color, texture, one. I don't know. Color, texture, one. Doesn't make any sense. There's color settings in the there's oh wait, color status. There's a layer.
Oh, y'all niggas killers, man. These are your golden years, player. Now come on in the house and say bye to Charlene and the kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
I don't think I'm supposed to be in color. What I think I need is like soft brush with the texture. Oh, here's his kind of like the all that. I have a brush like this, but I'm gonna try his version. I think it might be better. He's able to pull out these types of soft. Soft edges with a hard edge on the bottom. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, Stick. Thanks. Appreciate it. I don't think so. As evidenced by me struggling with this face for hours and hours, and then just not getting anywhere. So good is a bad description, I think. But thanks. Thanks for your kind words. I think I'll get there eventually with this face. I'm definitely saving this. Really like it. It's a variation on the one that I have, but mine is more for I feel like it was designed more for buildings or something like that, some sort of atmosphere. You want to explore his brush set a little bit more. It's always so tough. I have to change the face. So guess I'm sticking with it for now. I still haven't done like a deep dive into Rangia's videos. I have like no time. That is back. Back again. What time is it? Oh wait, my phone is charging, but in your room.
Yeah.
I hate this stupid charger. It doesn't work. Also, Artnatic, thanks for the phone. Happened an hour ago. So. A copyright claim was created for, but I'm still streaming though. Can't copyright me while I'm streaming. Get out of here with that. I just lost my pencil. Okay, here it is. I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna give up because I know I can't get to this level of detail. No matter how much I try, even like, oh, I'm gonna make thousands and thousands of little lines. It just kind of makes it worse. He softens as he goes, maybe. And then he does those lines, and then he re-softens, and then he redoes those lines, and then he re-softens, and then he redoes those lines. I don't know what he does, but it's just fucking annoying because I can't even see what it is. Sometimes I get it, little pieces of it by accident. In the wrong spots, and then I have to erase it. That's like the most painful part. Like when I get something that looks kind of like one of those effects after, softening and resoftening and softening and resoftening and repainting and repainting and relayering and relayering. And then I'm like, oh, I hate this part of the picture. I'm gonna delete this now. So that's very annoying. Come back, my friend, come back. I hope there is a faster way of doing this and that he reveals it in one of his videos. When I do that deep dive. Because if it really is just hours and hours and hours of work. What is that tool? Did you keep hitting it for some reason? And it's like... Yeah, this thing. What is that? Maybe I can use that somehow. It seems like a blur. It's a really weird tool. I'm not sure what it does. I think it like mixes layers in. Because that looks like it came from a previous layer. Kind of weird. Weird tool there. Grinding boy, you stream like twice a day. Some days, yeah. I mean, I'm trying, but it's like... it's difficult and I don't understand what I'm doing. But yeah, Bazzer, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Be careful.
I'm like, when it's, you know what it is? Like, when I have a day off, that's when I'll stream twice a day. Not even about the streaming either, it's just like I just want to paint and streaming motivates me to paint. Time investment seems to have diminishing returns in a very big way. Don't seem to be getting any better, no matter. No, really, it's not a brute force problem. You can't brute force your way to victory. It does help though. Seems like Feels like I figured things out, but it's like it's always not enough. Polishing the portfolio. Sounds good. I heard that Witcher's getting a new what's it called? New game, so you could probably hop in on that. I am Polish. Please hire. I am also Polish. You know, please hire me. CD Projekt Red. Isn't that what's it called? The new Thronebreaker? Isn't that what it is? It's a card game slash a puzzle game. What? No, they are not. Veziri's woke on CD Projekt Red apparently. Thronebreaker. It's a story set in the Witcher. Focuses on card game mechanics and puzzles. Don't believe it. Oh no, it's a standalone. Let's see. Gwent, the Witcher card game, and Thronebreaker RPG released that set. Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales on GOG. It's a strategy and role-playing fantasy game. Thronebreaker is a single-player role-playing game set in the world of The Witcher that combines narrative-driven exploration with unique puzzles and card battle mechanics. Crafted by the developers responsible for some of the most iconic moments in The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, the game spins a truly regal tale of Maeve, a war veteran queen of two northern realms, Lyria and Rivia. Facing an imminent Nilfgaardian invasion, Maeve was forced to once again enter the warpath, set out on a dark journey of destruction and revenge. Yeah, because it came out like 2 days ago, dog. I didn't expect you to see everything. But you were like, nah, I know everything about The Witcher. That ain't true. No, but no, I'm still sick, so like, don't get me excited, please. It has very specific art. I don't think I'm up. It's like the Witcher cutscenes, I think. It looks like it. Just add really dark black borders around everything you draw. Isn't it like Dave Raposa's old style? Where it was like just add black borders to everything. Cell shaded now. Was that Dave? That might have been someone else. Oh, fine arty. Yeah, they probably have. They probably have been working on it for a long time now since it's already releasing. So. Little late, little late. I don't even know if they hire people at this point. I feel like they just have guys that do things. Light arty. don't like the expression. Don't like the expression. My expression, it's not working. Meet them all in 8 days. I am so obsessed. Just remember that they're just people. Just people, man. Huh. But they are the people with the job ones. Yes, that is true. I always picture like what would I ask some of these people, like what would be the questions like if I ever got a chance to meet someone like that. And I never have anything interesting or insightful or it's always just like, hey, I like your art. I don't have any questions. Yeah. Yeah. The mouth looks really stupid. I don't know how to describe it. Just big and dumb. Sure. You don't have to type all the time.
Hey, my boy,
Hey Bazzer, what's up?
how is your cold?
Still going. Still going.
You sound better.
Yeah,
Yesterday
it's
was like
yeah.
fucking snort fest.
Yeah.
Eh.
The sound effects bring in the Twitch watchers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
bringing them 0 viewers. Well, this I again seen the fucking bird and experts can't agree on whether bird. Jesus Christ! I love that.
Oh
meme.
yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's like encapsulated. Vice checked. Sexism
Yeah.
checked. Journalism 100 checked. Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Vice Canadian?
No, they're ours. They're one of ours. I think they started in like California or something.
One of ours.
Vice. Yeah.
Aren't
Yeah,
you,
one
like,
of our
Where are you from? Slovenia?
like wait, originally Ukraine, but I
Ukraine.
mean
Okay.
I meant
When
American.
have you moved?
Cause when I was like
A baby.
7,
Ah, okay.
when I was very small.
You don't have that. You don't have that accent at all.
No.
Can you speak?
Yeah, I can speak fluent Russian and
Yeah. Nice.
yeah. Yeah, because I went back and I relearned it when I was an adult. Sort of an adult.
He's a teenager, sort of an adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that meme is great. I mean, people, I feel like I don't even know why do they do this? What is the point? What is the point of discussing this at all? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't follow Vice. I wouldn't know.
Vice News. Covering the important subjects.
I mean I enjoyed, like, I my guilty pleasure is watching like those hipster lanky Vice reporters when they were like throwing themselves into like some African warlords, you know, or something, or like drug child sex trafficking somewhere, and there's like this guy that's like absolutely fucking clueless, just left Starbucks and is like surrounded by some testosterone pumped black guys, and it's like so fucking abstract. I don't know if they're doing them anymore.
The documentaries, the deep dives.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, I don't think they're doing
They
anything
were.
like that.
I like them. I enjoyed them.
I think there were some good Vice documentaries, but I think they went a completely different way. This was like when people like Tim Pool still worked for them. I don't know if they have any people that are.
I'm talking like like in general, you know, it's like they had like some moonshine epidemic in Africa, where there's like, you know, alcoholism problem within like everyone was just drinking, like from kids to. And this guy is like going to this village, and they are like basically making some hard liqueur from like I don't even know what, and it was like terrible, and everyone has like.
That's funny.
I mean,
I didn't know that they had
like,
the food to turn into alcohol, because it's like
oh,
we're all starving, but
they didn't. They used like fucking, you know, like whatever you can ferment, basically.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, not everyone in Africa is starving. So
that's
it's
true.
not like-
There are warlords
It's
and,
like,
and others
Are you
there.
assuming
Not everybody.
that
Hashtag not all.
All
Well,
Africa.
yeah, I mean, I guess Africa is very big. It depends on where we're talking about.
I mean, you know, like they could harvest even some like fruits that are not edible, and just basically throw them in, and like they were spitting into buckets, and it fermented the thing, and they just distilled it. It's great, probably.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, you know, and then like they were doing all this like during the day, like sustaining this this kind of production line, let's say, and in the night, like they were getting this liquor out, but like everyone, so like kids start to, you can see kids like drinking, adults like drinking. No one is paying attention to anything, and this guy is just wandering, like total chaos. Like some fucking Dante's Inferno, you know, some fucking level. weird. So yeah, that was nice. And there was
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Have you seen the recent Count Dankula upload on General Butt Naked?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
yeah, so they had actually a documentary about him.
Oh yeah. That, I mean, I think he referenced it in the video.
Yeah. So
didn't
I watched it like a year ago, and it's like, whoa, it's like the documentary is mental because it's like, okay, he's going to some African city, and it's like it's pretty bad, okay, and then it jumps to like 100 when he meets with them. So like, okay, so this guy like warlord that's basically sacrificed children. He meets with them, and they paint this picture. Okay, so there was this bad guy that they meet with him, and then they unveil that he is this preacher now, and it just constantly jumps to like something you perceive like, oh, this could not be beaten. This is abstraction. And yet it just ramps up, and at 5 points in this documentary, something is like, someone is like tapping them on the shoulder and sorry, we have to go, it's dangerous here, quick, and they're just getting into the car and like moving out. Like, it's crazy. Damn. Praising Vice, who would have thought?
Yeah, I don't think they do those deep dive documentaries anymore. I think they're in a different business now.
Yeah, of just shit posting.
Yeah, it's like, if you can get the same clicks without all the danger and without all the work, like, why not? Why wouldn't you do this?
Yeah, but imagine typing something like that. Like, that's what the hell do you have to have in your head to be able to experts can't agree on whether Bart and Ernie has sex with each other.
It's funny because there could only be one expert, right? It's the creator of the
yeah,
and the actor, right?
It's
so the
of
expert
one guy imagination, and he says no.
Yeah, he said no. These are friends. Why does everyone have to be gay? You can't just have a regular relationship as males.
I mean,
I feel like
that's. I know, I'm from Poland, and it's like, it's quite traditional here. But I'm like, I have absolutely no problem with any of this stuff. But I have this friend, Sabine, she's living in San Francisco, and I was like, yeah, well, just San Francisco, they are more liberal there, like, whatever. But the things I hear from her, it's just crazy. Like, I think she's like illustration in the department in some university there, and like 95% of their class is like, or either bi or homosexual. So it's like, oh, okay. And they are like, there's like, oh yeah, there's like, they do like threesomes all the time. There's like, and she like tells me like that's just a regular. I'm like, wow, okay. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah, art departments get pretty steamy, I guess. I don't know. That's probably not the not the regular for San Fran. And then again, I don't know. I don't really know. It sounds.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know.
She told me like, yeah, I don't think I have anyone of my friends that's like super strictly heterosexual. I mean, like,
Oh, wow.
I have no problem with that, but like, how many people here, like, I don't know anyone that is like openly gay. I mean, I know, but it's like, 2 or 3 people from the 500 I know. Yeah. It's like
Twitch.
such a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Like, they could do that,
yeah.
I
But
guess.
it's like,
For me, it doesn't
so
matter.
different.
It is. Yeah, I guess.
It's not
Twitch
that
has
I,
been
like,
blocked in
opposed to
China.
that, but it's just nothing
Reportedly, they've been blocked. It's a block that I think they hit not just Twitch, but they hit a bunch of social media sites and stuff like
What are you
that.
talking about?
I think Twitch was one of the sites hit by
By
this
who?
block. I read about this yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I read this, but I didn't like. I'm not gonna post that in regular Discord. Post
Twitch
that in
has been blocked
secret
in
Discord.
China.
Yeah. Yeah, I read an article about it on like MMORPG.com of all places. It's like,
Jesus Christ, your sources. Amazing.
yeah, I was looking for a game to play, and then I was just like, oh, Twitch has been blocked in China, reportedly blocked. That was the let's go. And you can't know because you know you'd have to be there. I didn't. I asked a couple of Chinese people, but they didn't respond, so I don't know.
Blocked. Is Twitch blocked in China?
I think the one Chinese person that I know, I'm not sure on the gender,
The Verge
didn't
says
respond.
it's blocked in China. Polygon says it's blocked in China. Okay. Twitch is blocked. Okay. I guess it's
Interesting.
blocked in China then.
Interesting. All my Chinese viewers,
Oh no. But
now I
wait
can
a
rip
minute,
Burnjio
wait a
off,
minute, it's-
and then no one will mind.
Wait a minute. It's like there was a lot of Chinese streamers in creative. I don't know if you go to like creative section, but I think there was.
I thought they
a
were
lot.
all like American American
No,
based.
no.
Or
There's like
different.
strictly Chinese characters in the description.
Yeah, but
No,
like where
Yeah,
they're
but
actually
no
located.
No eng option. And I
Yeah.
went in and it's like just Chinese.
Yeah, but I don't think that they could be Chinese streaming from America. Is what I'm getting at. I don't know.
I mean, they could, but you know, it's they would go like eng Chinese probably just for the amount of people they would get. And it's there is a lot of like Korean from actual Korea. Actual stuff. Twitch has confirmed that it's being blocked, but not said why the authorities have imposed. Well,
Fake
because
news.
we are spewing freedom propaganda. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it's
maybe.
really hard for them to control the content, and they really don't like when there is something bad talked about the establishment.
Yeah, it's funny that China and the European Union have the same policy. Really makes you think. Yeah, we have a problem controlling what people see online, so we're gonna regulate it heavily. Said the European Union.
They in European Union I don't even think they are clever enough to come up with that. I think that was just absolute like they didn't even know what they were voting on mostly.
I think they were like, I think they think that they're trying to enforce copyright, but
That's like
At-
that.
at the end of the day, what this is probably going to be used for is for censorship. Because you could take someone's content off the internet because they use the clip of, or they, you basically can't like have a game review with game footage now that's negative.
Yeah, the
'cause you
commentary or
probably get-
something like like review. Like that's it's I'm getting pissed.
It's copyright.
about it.
It's copyrighted. Sorry. Well, in the EU at least, I because they don't have fair use, as far as I understand it, it's not a working defense there.
It's working here differently. There we don't have like your American fair use. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, like, it could be patched very quickly. This is not a difficult thing to do. Once you have this
I mean,
in place,
it's not
all you
even
have to do.
it's not enacted now. Now
Right.
only
3 months.
because it's European Union. This kind of like what it's called. They have different bodies, governmental bodies, and one is just they basically now they allowed for those all of those like paragraphs to be enacted. So there is going to be another like voting on this. I'm not deep into that, so, but it's it's done.
Well,
it's
we'll
all.
see. It's a difficult problem. Like I'll give them that, but the way they handled it was not what's cool. Because you do have to balance creator rights with I don't know whatever this thing is where you just have aggregate sites like Google AMP or Reddit or something like that, and you basically never drive traffic to creator sites. It's only something like Reddit, where you can just stay there all day and consume content, and then it's like the people that made that content get nothing, which is kind of a bad spot to be in. I think I'm not sure if that's great, especially like because there's worse forms of it. Like you can go to Facebook where they don't have content ID at all, and so what happens is you have people like SoFlo Antonio who re-upload someone's content with like smiley faces on like this is totally me when I'm smoking, and then it's like, oh, this is my content now, and then Facebook does nothing, and maybe Facebook should be doing something, Facebook at least.
And I think it does, but on like just basis when someone actually complains about a particular case, which is absolutely impossible because there is like 100 that people stealing that same clip.
Yeah,
and
right. So you need
no idea who and where and when.
Right. So you need something like content ID to enforce copyright at that point. That's the only, like, when there's not enough bandwidth to deal with every single person just stealing your shit. Right. You would need something like an AI, and it.
Yeah, but that would be like a Twitch AI. That's basically a Twitch AI. Facebook AI.
YouTube.
That's also taking from YouTube. Yeah, and
Oh. Oh, crap. Thank you so much for the host.
Alert.
Hi. Hi guys,
Hello.
thank you so much for the host. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Just painting some stuff. Trying to paint some stuff. A raid. A raid? Not a host? Is there a difference?
There is, because when they raid you, they actually they're taking them from their channel, and they transfer it to your channel, and host is just your shit appears on their channel.
So, well, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Better for you, because you get them watching.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks. My name is Darnis Art. You can check out my portfolio. This is an unfinished piece, but at some point it will be finished. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. I've got Basri on the phone.
Hello.
Basri. Also Twitch streamer, also creative. Check his stuff out.
No. Say.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like China making moves like this is just par for the course, I guess. If you have the European Union making moves like this, then it's like everyone's gonna be trying to regulate the internet as much as possible. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, but in China, like, they actually have no recourse against that.
Anadu, thank you for the follow. And Marcusum, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate ya. That alert, yes. I hope you like it. Yeah, I made them. I made them out of like stuff I liked on the internet, and I guess yeah, hopefully you guys like them. Yeah, what were we talking about?
China.
Billions and billions, billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of China.
I love China.
I don't know. It's strange, I guess. But China's always been like at the forefront of trying to like control what
Yeah, I mean, like there's like
what people do.
Internet is very restricted there.
Yeah, I heard you can't play MMORPGs for too long. Your computer shuts off or something like that.
Oh god, that's a 1984 fucking scenario.
You've gained too many levels. Too many levels in this.
Everyone equal. Deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, because they had a legitimate problem with people just playing it for too long. You just get autistically invested, and then it's just like, yeah, maybe we should regulate online time when it becomes like a legitimate addiction. It's like any other controlled substance.
Yeah, but do we
Maybe
regulate alcoholics if they are alcoholics?
We tried. I mean, like we tried. So
yeah, but we don't now because they can drink themselves to death basically, and there's like you cannot forcefully take them to rehab.
Yeah, prohibition doesn't really work. So I don't know. I don't know if Chinese MMORPG legislation is working out. I have no idea. I just know that they've done it. I think in Taiwan too.
What
Taiwan
there
and
is
Singapore.
with Asians that they grind so badly, like that's
They love the
get,
grind.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Is like that's so cultural. It's so weird.
I call it a low level of autism. Because you could do these repetitive things over and over and over again.
Yes,
so the rest of us get bored.
What's the drag? What's the drag towards that?
Just the drive towards that? I don't know. Yeah, but I think it's something like an enjoyment of just doing the same thing over and over and again. And it's like anyone that gets bored can't like sustain the grind. But I guess yeah, I don't know. Art is like I'm redoing this face like 6 times now, and so like that's kind of grindy.
Yeah, but like there is like it could be a profession. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Somewhat.
What's the difference
like,
What's the difference? What's the difference between a profession and a...
sustaining yourself from that, yeah?
I mean, some people do. Like, some people
but
play
like,
games
how many, yeah?
Yeah, probably like the same amount as professional artists, actually. I think we're also
I don't
at
think
that.
so.
No? I think there's a lot of people that can sustain, Depending on where you live, I think they can.
There's like vast, you have to include like artists that are basically graphic designers, yeah? Like, not everyone...
I don't know if those people are artists. Let's not,
Well, oh yeah, but it takes a
No, I'm
lot
kidding.
of technical skill, yeah? To
No,
get
I know. That was a
happen.
joke. It was a joke, friend.
Oh, okay.
It was a joke.
I mean, I don't know. I can diss some artists. It's gonna be
Graphic
joke.
designers aren't real artists, that's the-
graphic
that's
designers
premise
aren't
there.
even real. They don't exist.
No, but But I think we're like like compared to any other profession, like there's very few people that can, you know,
Yeah,
do
because
this professionally.
there's very few needed. Like, it's not. I mean, there is a big market, but you have to spend some good time before you can enter this market.
I
So
think
there's a lot of people getting just 95% of all of the work.
Yeah, there's a high entry cost right now, and it keeps getting bigger.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's true for, like, you know, I don't know if you played the first Diablo, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
So like I don't know if you've seen the like concept art from it, or like second Diablo even.
I haven't seen the concept art from it. No, why?
Yeah,
Is it
but
really
it's basically
bad?
no, it's basically like you know, anyone that's on DeviantArt right now would be able to pull that off, yeah. So that's
Oh, well.
the level just grew and is growing, and it's like, you know, they include now so many software in the process that it's like now it's ramping up pretty badly.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know. I don't like this face. Put up the mouth. Whatever. I'll keep working on it. Like I'm sinking more and more time. Ah, China. China. I don't know, man. It's like they have a social credit system that they're beta testing. And I feel like people are looking at this and they're going like, yeah, this would work in America. So,
You mean just
I don't know.
basically loans?
No, so they have like 100% surveillance state, and so what it does is it monitors your purchases and your like what you do, and gives you rewards for it, such as access to VIP parking spots and I don't know, better credit card deals and things like that, like lower APR or something like that. But if you have a low score, you basically get removed from society. So the incentive is hotel rooms at a lower price, and if you do bad, you get removed from society. So it's kind of a lopsided
Okay.
incentive there.
I mean, I don't know if like for their own good they can set up system that's this harsh. They actually can be a level that people are basically excluded. I don't know if they want to do that.
Well, I mean, they are excluding them, but they're more like they're what's it called, like political dissidents, those types of people, like reporters who say something bad about the what's it called. And it also works like a social network kind of. So if your dad says something bad, you also lose points off your social score. It's kind of shitty.
Kinda North Korea.
Yeah, North Korea, China, same but
deal.
different. Yeah, they don't really need 100% surveillance state in North Korea because they're just so small that, you know, no need to watch everybody. But it's something like I don't know. People are into it. I think people want that sort of social.
So how do you
oversight,
gain score on this system?
Don't buy alcohol. Buy diapers. It shows responsibility.
Okay. Oh my God.
If you, but
China
China has like some of the most.
Engineering on some fucking next level.
China has legislation that incentivizes bad ethics. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you run over someone with your car and they survive, you have to pay out for the rest of their life the what's it called? The injury
Reparation.
And don't say that word. That's our word. What do you call that?
Yeah, okay, reparation. Okay.
Shit, I forgot what the word is for payments made to
Alimony.
counter alimony. That's our word. Don't say that word. Whatever. But like, you keep paying his hospital bills till the end of his lifetime. But if you kill them, you know, you only have to pay a little bit.
Yeah, like obviously.
So it and you don't go to jail somehow because it's an act. I don't understand how that, like, there's no manslaughter. Like, I don't know what's going on there.
Ooh, that's.
But apparently, if you drive over someone, you could Google this. Chinese people driving over people. That's why they don't stop, or if they do stop, they back up over the body. It's so that to make sure that they murder him, because there's so much like live leak type of video from China.
Yeah.
You've probably seen it, right?
Jesus.
It's just people like being viciously murdered by vehicles. And so it's just interesting that
Yeah, I don't get the
I wonder-
concern. Like, it's also like when someone gets injured, and it's like people just stand and just look, and there's like no initiative on anyone's side to any help. Like, people in Poland can be fucking ridiculous and mean, but like if someone gets hurt, like everyone is fucking on him, and just, you know, I know for certain that we just, you know, people can be very helpful. But it's like, there I watch those like videos, people, you know, someone's getting like fucking hurt, and it's like, you know, people just walking, standing, taking photos. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's something like there's a sociological phenomenon that you tend to help people more if you're the only person at the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Like
or
the
something like that.
dissolvement of responsibility. Yeah.
Right. Yes. That's it exactly. But here I think it's taken to just an extreme degree of some sort. But
Yeah,
also
it-
because
it
the
seems
legislation,
so unempathetic. Jesus.
right, towards their fellow Chinese people.
Yeah.
I guess
but,
like maybe
whoever,
they're
yeah.
doing a calculation in their head. It's like there's just too many of us. We'll just fuck it, you know, let them die. Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you conclude to this, that's not really redeeming.
This is the logical conclusion to utilitarianism is this type of
Oh
thought
wait,
pattern.
we can,
I think
we can talk shit about them because they cannot listen to this.
Oh right.
Like,
Yeah, they
fuck
can't listen
you.
to us.
It's like, what's wrong
Yeah,
with
fuck you, China. That's right. No Chinese are gonna be offended by this. Oh no, what about the ones in like San Fran or something? Yeah, screw China today. China is like #1. But yeah, I read all this stuff and it's like China is constantly trying to push their philosophy and ideology onto the Western world with like propaganda pieces. You're like, if you ever read that, because I have a Chinese friend and he sends me English translated Chinese propaganda.
Oh, that's
Sometimes. And it's not just to me, it's like to what's it called? And it's like Western world could learn a lot from Eastern philosophy. And it's like, I'm not sure if we wanna, because it seems like you have a lot of problems with running people over and watching them get beat the shit out of without doing anything, and that's not really the best ethical place to be. I feel like maybe that's just my Western imperialism talking. I don't know what that is. Regard for your fellow man. It's totally bad. Why would you ever want to do that? That seems like terrible. But yeah, there's a lot.
You're so not, you're, what is it called? Jesus. So not tolerating other cultures, Maybe it's my culture to like watch someone bleed to death because they
and not help. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're offensive.
I mean, I don't know if we have good Samaritan laws in like every part of the United States, but I feel like even without those laws, people still go out of their way to help people. That's just kind of, I don't know, kind of a facet of our society.
I mean,
like
that you're gonna be like
hurt.
like that, even if not for like reasons, that are strictly Samaritan. It's like that you're gonna be like you're gonna get a praise for it, yeah.
Sure, maybe.
If if you know that you're gonna have that if someone, even the like caller on 911 gonna be like, yeah, thank you for the call something, yeah, or like his family,
sure,
or like this guy that survived now. It's like yeah
maybe
like you are certain that that if they meet you, like they gonna be grateful, yeah, like
maybe
it's just not the thing there.
I don't know if that I don't think that's the driving force behind helping someone. I feel like there's more
of course,
Nietzschean.
Yeah, but it's like on some level, this is you can be certain that this is gonna be there.
Nietzsche describes the selfless man as one who acts for himself, because it's more like in your mind you're kind of helping this person, but it's kind of for you, that magnanimous action. Overcoming yourself, it's for you in some sense. So maybe that, I feel like that's a better explanation. Like you kind of save people for your own good.
From the Darwinistic standpoint, it's always for you because you're gonna be included in a group, yeah, that's gonna promote your genes basically,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that, golden rule, ethics, that type of thing. Like we all kind of want to be treated this way, so we do it to others. But
so, like,
I don't know.
At the end of the day, that's interesting.
What happened in China?
Yeah,
China
exactly,
forgot what Confucius say. It's like what?
China is not Darwinistic.
But yeah, again, like Confucius, like reiterated the golden rule. I'm sure it was around way before him, and Kermit says something like, before we wrote down the truth, we acted it out. So I feel like the golden rule was around before someone said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so, like, it's weird.
I mean, Confucius was like 500 BC.
Yeah, he was way before Christ, I think. Way before.
Yeah, but not before. Yeah, I mean, like, Old Testament, also like if you, I mean, yeah, it's pretty like, but if you read there,
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if
empathy
I think
included in all of this mayhem.
Yeah, so maybe it's a consequence of Buddhism or something. This is why I worry when people like Sam Harris start like saying something like, "Oh, we need Buddhism everywhere. Buddhism is great."
Like
Convict me of being
every kind of like every kind of scripture has that on some level. Like, if this is your guy, don't be really like total massive dick to him. Yeah, it's just the modern ones seems to like include more and more people into the circle that we should respect, because that's what we call this, civilized, more civilized religion, maybe. Yeah. Because they're like the proto-religions, they would like, we can say, hey, this guy is from your tribe, that includes like 100 people, like our, we would appreciate if you were not hostile to them, but these other fuckers, like, fuck them. We like you killing them, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
see, this is why I don't like.
It was kind of like preserving,
don't think that that's a good answer. Like, just saying that the circle gets bigger. Like, I feel like you should just, you know, not.
I mean, don't know if this is the conclusion from this point, but you know, it kinda did, yeah, because then Christianity is basically all including, we can say, in principle at least.
We need more spirituality, Dunkel Sturmer writes. I don't know.
Oh, what is this platform
I'm not
you stream
sure.
on?
That's Mixer, I think. That's Mixer.
The hell is Mixer?
Mixer's kind of cool. They have cool buttons that no one else has. Like,
Cool buttons.
yeah. Well, I mean, that was
so-
kind of a reduction. That was a reduction to the absurd. What I was talking about is that they have ways of facilitating interaction between the streamer and the chat that no other platform has. That you could call them features or buttons, but basically they have kind of like score counters, and then you use those score points to make the streamer do things like do
like
push-ups
China.
or something. Yeah, except it's totally different. So yeah. So you have
I
like
know
these
why you like
buttons
it so
that
much
the
right
streamer the streamer sets up, and then you can have something like make the streamer do push-ups or something like that. Once every 30 minutes you can press that button, you know, something like that. And I think that's kind of neat. I think that's a cool draw. I think it's a feature. I think it's a feature that is lacking in a couple of other streaming platforms. I feel like I'm not getting a webcam, so I'm not going to be doing push-ups.
Okay.
The only thing that humans need to do is free themselves from ignorance. I'm not sure. I think the more that we know, the worse everything becomes. Ignorance is bliss is the
What was the?
what's it called?
What
But
he
it
said?
is kind of banal to just say that, like, if we know more, then everything would be.
What did
The
he say?
more we know is the one thing that humans need to do is free themselves from ignorance. Yeah, I feel like the more problems we solve, the more problems we open up, and it keeps going like that. So every problem we solve just leads to more problems. So I don't think we're ever gonna get to the end of that little cycle, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe enlightenment is the way forward. I don't know what spirituality means. It seems like a blanket word that could mean something like we need more meaning, which is like, okay. Like Kermit says, we need more responsibility. Everyone just needs more responsibility. Why don't you take responsibility for your actions? It's just so simple. You just take responsibility. Gosh. Okay, I've thought about this a whole lot, and meaning is the answer to every question, especially the ones that I dodge, because I don't want to answer them. Like, what do I believe? No one knows what they believe, obviously. Did you see that?
It's too complicated.
It's too complicated a question that you're asking me. Like, no one knows. No one knows what they believe, so how can I know what I believe? Ha! Gotcha.
I mean, I can tell you, but it would take me 17 months to tell you.
He did a what's it called, a stream with Sam Harris, and Sam caught him on it. He was like, I've never heard so many people clap for someone just dodging a question, and he was completely right. It's like, it's like he just like, what do you believe in God? He's like, I'm not gonna answer that. I'm gonna, like, we're talking about religion and stuff, but I'm not gonna answer.
I still haven't finished watching the. Where are they? I don't. I was Austin. No, I don't remember.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm still at the first part of it. I didn't have time.
Yeah, there's too many. Enlightenment can be attained through the evolution of the soul. I feel like that's more woo-woo. None of those words are very clearly defined.
That sounds like some random Buddha quote.
Yeah, things that are intentionally vague, like spirituality, enlightenment, evolution of the soul. Those are like I guess the problems, spirituality is getting in touch with the God of your heart, your inner master. I feel like you've, instead of answering the question, you've created more questions for me. Like, I now have, what is the God of your heart and inner master? Like, what? Yeah, this is getting more confusing with each answer, my friend.
We are 5 minutes quantum spirituality.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like interrogate your ideas here. This is not really the time for that. But yeah, if your intent was to help me understand what you're trying to say, it didn't work, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe that's the problem of language, as Derrida puts it.
Oh, well, no.
No one can ever
If
know what you're
Derrida
saying.
puts it, it's not.
No one can ever. Well, like consciousness, because like I don't know that much about consciousness. I don't think anyone really has. As Kermit puts it, well, Sam Harris doesn't understand that consciousness is mysterious. And Sam's like, wait, I'm a neuroscientist.
Is he really said that? Have you really said that?
Yeah.
Conscience is
did say that.
mysterious?
Consciousness is mysterious. I mean, it like, yes, consciousness is
Yeah, but did
incredibly
Kermit
mysterious.
say that?
Yeah. He said that Sam Harris does, like, I mean, most of Kermit's arguments are that consciousness is irreducible, and that's true. But Sam's arguments are like identical in that regard.
I mean, yeah, because his is just basically, it is irreducible because we cannot connect all the dots in our brain, like we cannot emulate this, so it is like for us impossible to just convert it into data. So in this sense, it is irreducible.
No, it's irreducible in the sense that everything you experience passes through the veil of consciousness. Like your perception, it goes through that biological box that is you, and so there's no way to say anything about it other than like I feel this. This is the way that I exist. I feel that I exist, right? There's no there's no what's it called. But it's one of the hard questions of philosophy. You're not gonna get an answer to it in a debate in Austin that you paid $200 for.
It's basically Descartes, yeah.
Sure. Like yeah, I mean all these philosophies have asked that question. Every single one. Christianity.
Because basically Descartes was like, it was basically like it doesn't matter if everything even is unreal around me, like in the reality, but if I think and I perceive it as it is, as I feel, then this is reality, and I don't need to any more input. That was, I think, what he concluded. Not sure.
I think he concluded that if a demon was powerful enough demon was terrorizing him, he couldn't tell the difference from that reality and this reality. So, but yeah, he's something like that, right? He basically said that the only thing that he can't really question is the starting point for radical skepticism is consciousness, cogito ergo sum, right? So something like that, yeah. Derrida was right most of the time, except you see, the problem was that he all his criticisms end in ethnocentrism. Well, is it the microphone? Because I've been streaming for too long. Still haven't finished this face. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this face.
Oh, you're sitting on this face for like 3 days now.
Yeah, I don't think.
Let it go. Let it go.
No.
No.
No, that's not how this works.
I would just put photo. Just use photo. Just smash it there.
I mean, maybe. Like, I just don't like, I don't like what I'm doing with it, so. I mean, it's like, to my credit, it is a difficult, like, position and expression for me,
Yeah,
so.
just like
it's kinda-
underneath and a bit backwards, so it's hard to gouge it correctly.
Yeah, it was a biting lip expression that I wanted to put in, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't found a good image to smash in either, so like I would have to do my own face, I guess, and then, or I could take a picture of my wife, I guess, and she could be the model for this. But then I would also need to light it correctly, and then it's like, what's it called? Yeah, it would be difficult. Difficult to finish up. I don't know. I could give up, but I feel like there's nothing else that I really want to do anyway. So like, I could give up, but then like, oh shit, fuck, oh fuck, I gotta go to work. That's right, there is something I have to do. I gotta eat and then go to work. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoy.
Bye bye. That was